Hello and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play video by me, FoxyNoTail, here on the truly Bedrock Season 4 Survival server, and I have my book in front of me, and in it are pretty much the same things we had last time. I need to sort my ender chest, I need a sugarcane farm, I need more emeralds for my villagers, I'm desperate for gunpowder, and I need even more bone meal and even more XP. If you didn't catch the last video, Jessiie and I made a spawner farm, which we're going to be going back to very soon because it's broken already. Before we do that, though... Oh, wait a minute, I'm going the wrong way. Hang on. Before we do that, though, I have been starting to work on my ender chest briefly outside of the video. As you can see here, this area is set up just like my ender chest. There are 9 columns by 3 rows, making 27 in total, and I have started to basically put what I want in each box plus the color of the box along this wall here, and I've even gone as far as to start filling a few of these things in. But you can see there's a lot of empty spaces, there's a lot of gaps, and none of them have been colored in yet. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. I don't want game bar. Go away, game bar. Who do you think? I don't want... What? Shoo! I don't want... What? How do I turn it off, mate? Turn off game bar notifications. When the game bar is open on your PC, click the gear icon next to the time in the menu at the top. Okay, opening game bar. Can't remember how to open it. There it is. Next to the time settings. No, are you enjoying Xbox game bar? No, it's annoying. Go away. Silence notification sounds. Hide notifications when I'm playing. Just don't notify me. No, don't ever notify me about anything. Leave me alone. Stupid game bar. Anyway, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, I'm starting to fill these things in, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. However, having said that, I do need to go on a bit of a journey now, and I'm going to require some things in my ender chest, so maybe I should worry about this now. Which means I'm going to need some dyes. Oh, jeez. And in my dye box, I don't have many dyes. I'm going to need more dyes. And in my dyes shulker box, I don't have any dyes. Oh, jeez. However, in my food shulker box, you'll all be annoyed to know I do have cactus to make green dye. And I've had so many people go, why have you got cactus in your food shulker box? Like things before. To me, like, it's not just a food shulker box, that's just its name, but it's stuff that grows and stuff you can eat, okay? That's the logic of my mind. Leave me alone. I can dye beetroot, and beetroot's good for dye, yes. Okay, to make this a little bit easier, what I've now done is color-coded my inventory to match up with the shulker boxes that we've got on the wall. So now all I need to do is smash these to bits, rename them all, give them the right colors, and then put them in my ender chest. How hard could it be? I'm going to need an anvil, and I bet it breaks. Oh, jeez, I've got no iron left. So this really should be as easy as smashing... Oh, jeez, I can't reach them. Smashing the shulker box, putting it on the anvil, renaming it, putting it on the crafting table, dyeing it, making sure it doesn't lose all of its inventory when I do that, and then putting it back in the wall again. Oh, no, I was supposed to put it in my ender chest. Jeez. Just like that. And now I've just got to do that 26 more times. How hard could it be? No, and there went my anvil. Unlucky. Not to worry, I am getting through these quite quickly-ish, sort of. I'm nearly there. The only problem is now, well, I suppose I can see that there's not that much stuff in there, but it was nice and easy to see what I didn't have when it was on the wall, but not to worry, it's fine. But I do need I don't know why I'm going up there for a new anvil. New anvils will be in here. New anvil is ready. Let's continue with cobble and andus. What an amazing naming system I've got. Here we go with these last few boxes. We are nearly there. I'm on a roll with it. It's almost done. The dye box and now the copper box. And we now have a complete set of empty shulker boxes. Great. And now they're all in my ender chest. This is good news. Now what I can do is go down and fix our spawner problem. Okay, so back at the spawner farm we built in the last video. Jessiie and I have both done a little bit of AFK down here, as you can see by the incredible number of arrows and bones we've got and the tiny weeny amount of copper and nautilus shells that we've got in here. There's a problem with it though. If we manage to find our way upstairs in this thing, there is a backup of baby zombies that occurs inside there, and I don't know why. Let's just get in so we can light the place up a little bit. And we probably want to stop skeletons spawning just for a few moments so that we can see what's happening. But basically, the water streams are quite simple. They push down to here, They get to the middle and they push down to there. And obviously babies are not going to get pushed past this point because, well, the way the water stream works is designed to force the zombies and the skeletons down into the hole there, which works fine for the adults. Now, the babies should be pushed by the adults over that section there and into the hole. But for whatever reason, they're actually all gathered around here when this thing starts filling up, which doesn't make any sense. So, in order to fix it, there's a few things I could do. I could put magma blocks on the floor all down here and let them burn to death, or we could rearrange the water systems to make them so that they flow all the way over the edge without the buttons there. However, what Jessie and I have decided is that because we now get so few drowns in this thing because I've had to remove some of the cobwebs because we were getting a backlog from the zombies, we might as well just rebuild the entire thing. And when I say we, I mean me, because, well, Jessie's going to decorate it and I'm going to do the work. And it's actually a lot easier than you'd think, because all we need to do is move the trident killer. We don't need the cobwebs anymore. The AFK position's really awkward as it is anyway, and it's too low down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to light up both the spawners, move the trident killer over a few blocks that way so it's more centralized, and so that it basically comes out at this point here. So the babies have got nowhere to go. If that's blocked off, the water's going to push towards this central bit here. And if that's where the trident killer is, that's where they're all going to go. Oh dear. So I guess I'll... Oh, jeez, I'm going to have water everywhere now. Yeah, I was going to... So I guess we start by removing the old system, getting rid of those cobwebs, getting rid of all of that water, and smashing the entire thing to bits. How hard could it be? And there we go. The previous trident killer is gone. The storage system is still in place, though. We'll worry about moving all of that later once we've got the new one in place. So now all I need to do is, I guess, put the new one in place, which is going to be nice and easy, I think. The thing we need to consider now is where we're going to have the AFK spot so that we can load both the spawners at the same time. The zombie one's just over there and the skeleton one's just over there. And I think where we're stood here should just about do it. And also how we're going to get the trident in and out for different people that are AFK in. And for that, it's just as simple as putting in a couple of trapdoors like that. So you can hop in and out as you need to. And then all we need to think about is how we're going to get the XP out, because obviously we want this for XP as well. And that is just as simple as putting in a slab. If I pop a slab in there like that, the XP can get out. And sure, a couple of things in there might be able to start shooting at us, but if we AFK, you know, just off to the side slightly, we should be all right, apart from for thorns damage. So I guess now all we need to do is turn the system back on and make sure it's actually going to work. Which means clogging up this wall, smashing our water system to bits. Oh, do you know what? It'll be a good idea, actually. Having buttons there to stop the water actually flowing into the trident killer. That would be a good idea. And there we go. That should, I believe, do the job. Let's just get rid of that one as well. So we've got the water streams going nicely towards the middle. Now, all we need to do is get rid of the torches off there. Swim across. There we go. Get rid of the torch off there. Jeez, there we go. And hopefully we should see everybody going down into the system. There they go. And there's a baby one in there as well, which proves the baby one's things worked. Jeez. And just turn the system on and see if they actually all get loaded and they all end up down here, which I think they will. Well, I've been stood here for a couple of minutes and I can tell you that I've got some good news and some bad news. The good news is that zombies keep coming down into this thing. They keep dying and I'm getting the XP, which is great. The bad news is I haven't seen a single skeleton yet, so they're obviously not getting loaded from there. Either that or... Oh no, there's still a torch on the skeleton spawner. I'm an idiot. I'm a total moron. How did I not notice? Okay, let's try that again. Now that Idiot No-Tail is, you know, kind of sussed it out, let's see that again. And you know what, actually, if I switch... What? Jeez, that slab... For a lower slab, the zombies, the skeletons shouldn't actually be able to shoot me, and I should get the XP, I think. Well, I was wrong. They can shoot me from there, and also Chuck has logged in. But because he was probably still in the AFK spot where he was before, he's actually, well, dropped his sword and his diamond and his iron bar, and he's vanished. So I think Chuck must have died when he logged in somehow. I'm not sure how, but at least now I've got a looting sword. This is good news. Okay, as you might be able to see, there is a floating sword out the front of that thing now. Chuck is back. He is AFK and he's actually in camera mode, which means hopefully he won't be able to die, which will be ideal. Now, he will be collecting XP. You can see that skeletons and zombies are falling down, and also this thing is completely full. So we definitely need to start out our storage system, which, like I said, the easiest thing to do would just be to link it up to that, but that seems incredibly lazy. So I guess I better start digging. Oh, jeez. And there we go. After not too much time at all, we now have a fully functioning storage system, which is directly in line with the actual trident killer. And we've moved things about a bit because we're not going to get heads from this anymore, and we're not going to get copper, and we're not going to get nautilus shells. So now we've got 2 rows of bones feeding down into one chest. We've got 2 rows of arrows coming down into a double chest. And this one probably won't ever have all that much in it, but that will collect iron ingots because zombies occasionally will drop iron ingots. You can see we've got 2 already. It's going to be slow going, but we might as well collect it since we've got the space to do it. It'd probably never even pay for the hoppers that I've used to actually put in this thing. But this thing is working absolutely great. Zombies and skeletons are both falling down into there regularly. Chuck is getting plenty of XP. And bear in mind, he died, so he was reset to 0 levels. He's now on 26 levels in the time it's taken me to put that together, which has been, well, 10 minutes. So, yeah, 26 levels in 10 minutes is not the fastest XP source in the world, but it is an XP source. So there we go. I've hung around with Chuck for a bit to make sure there's no backups or anything like that. Everything seems to be working perfectly. Everything's dying. Nothing's backing up. And we are collecting plenty of bones and arrows. And I'm going to take a whole bunch of these bones home with me so that I can actually, you know, get working on that sugarcane thing that we keep talking about. Now that that's done and we have a ridiculous amount of bone meal, we can look at our book and see what we can do next. And the thing that really jumps to mind is sugarcane. I want more sugarcane because we need more rockets and we also need more gunpowder, which probably should be higher up the list, to be honest with you. But we've got everything we need to make a sugarcane farm now, so let's do that. And we kind of already have one here, which we made on a live stream, which all we need to do really is add in some bone meal and perhaps a hopper or 2 to actually catch it. But it's a bit in the middle of the hallway, so let's move it about a bit. Let's destroy this area and, yeah, make it a little bit better to look at and obviously a little bit more convenient. Before we start putting a load of redstone together, I wanted to come to my redstone testing world and have an experiment with some new sugarcane farm designs. And I know sugarcane farms designs are easy and I've done loads of them before, but I wanted to come up with something new. So I've come up with this. Basically what we've got is a very basic clock at the back here, which leads into a couple of dispensers here that have bone meal being fed to them from this chest. The bone meal comes through these hoppers into 2 droppers, and the droppers are activated by the same clock feeding the dispenser, so it's always got bone meal inside it. If you're wondering why the number of bone meals is not going down, it's because it's being fed from this one, which is being fed from that one. And you can see if we go to the chest that the bone meal is constantly going in. 1 on each side, that's 2 bone meals every time, which means it's 100% efficient, and the observers at the top are firing the pistons to make sure it gets broken each time it grows. For every bone meal that gets used, we get 2 pieces of sugarcane, and underneath we've got 2 hopper minecarts sucking those through the dirt and into this chest here, which you can see fills up pretty quickly. The only drawback to this is that the clock is relatively slow, and I've tried it with one that's much faster, and it will go much faster, but because we got hoppers here feeding into this chest, these hopper minecarts actually start to back up, which means the entire thing is bottlenecked by how quickly we can remove the items. So, as much as I would like to run it faster and have the sugarcane being spat out and grown quicker, I'm actually going to slow it down slightly so that these hopper minecarts don't back up, so that we don't end up with any losses, making this farm completely lossless and nice and easy to build. Now, before I run back off to Truly Bedrock, of course, I would like to do a 5-minute rate test and see what this thing spits out. And there we go. The timer has run out now. And let's see if this thing backed up. Well, there's nothing in that minecart hopper, so that's a good sign. And there's a couple of things in that one, but not many, so that's not a bad sign. And in there, we have nearly a single chest worth of items in 5 minutes. That's 1,508 items in 5 minutes. Or 301 items per minute, or 18,096 items per hour, which is 283 stacks per hour, or 5.2 double chests per hour. Now, interestingly, this thing will actually hold over 138 stacks of bone meal. You've got 54 in there, plus all of the hoppers, plus all of the dispensers and droppers, which means it could actually run for 57.5 minutes, fully loaded, before it would run out. which is basically going to be 5 double chests before it run out, which is absolutely amazing. So yeah, I definitely think we're going to build this on Truly Bedrock. And if you want me to do a full tutorial on this, then let me know in the comments and hit like on this video, and I absolutely will. Anyway, back to Truly Bedrock. I'm 100% not back at Mr. Beardstone's little island stealing more of his sand. Definitely not, and definitely don't tell him that I wasn't here. Definitely not stealing his sand, okay? Jeez. I'm only getting a little bit. Just a smidgen. I have a bit of a problem. I have everything I need except for 2 more hoppers and 2 hopper minecarts. So basically I need to craft 4 hoppers and 2 minecarts. However, in my iron chest, I have 3 pieces of iron. That's all I've got. So I guess I'm going to have to go mining before I do any of that. Oh, geez. I've got it all prepared. I've got a big room open. I got all my stuff out. I got all my redstone bits I need. Jeez, right, okay. Let's go mining for a bit. Now, before I run off and start going for iron willy-nilly all over the place, let's look at where we might find the most iron. And that is clearly, according to the Minecraft 1.18 ore distribution graphic, here at y equals 232. However, that does require you to have a mountain at Y232, which we do nearby, but that sounds like a lot of work going all the way up, going down there, when we could go down here to Y16 and mine around that level and get a reasonable amount there as well. So down the janky staircase we go, all the way down to my little area where I have haste 2. And let's go and find Y16 and many irons. Little bit more. Little bit. Stop. There it is. This is Iron City through here. We are going to be finding so much iron I won't know what to do with it, according to that graph. So here we go. Oh, look, there we go. Straight away. Irons. Hooray! We've got iron. More iron. Even more iron. Well, as you can see, I have worn my pickaxe down to almost nothing, and I have dug out quite a substantial area. And I've got a whole load of cobblestone, and I've got a whole load of lapis, a bit of copper, and some iron. Now, I actually got more iron than that, but some of it's already in my furnace because I had to go back up for chests so that I could store all of the cobble I was getting. So I thought I might as well get some smelting. And here we go. As you can see, hopefully if we look in this chest here, we've already got some iron coming out. Hopefully there's more in the furnace. There is. And hopefully if we look in the hopper, there's a little bit more in there. So we've got nearly a stack there, plus a stack in the furnace, plus a couple of stacks there. So I would say about 8 stacks of iron in total from that little mining session. And that's not bad considering the size of the area that we created. Oh, furnace of many power, please give me XP. Fix my stuff. Thank you very much. That's one thing fixed. And now fix my other pickaxe. There we go. Thank you very much. They still haven't fixed the furnace glitch yet. I'm still making the most of my many XP. And there we go. Now my axe is fixed and I have 92 levels. Yes, everything working exactly as intended. Okay, 4 hoppers and 2 hopper minecarts. 1, 2. We now have everything we need to build the farm that we are going to build. Good news. Well, sort of. Good news-ish. I've nearly used all of my bones. But this thing is full to the brim, which means it's going to be chugging out, hopefully, tons and tons of sugarcane. So let's turn it on. This is the first time I've turned it on. Hopefully, I haven't messed anything up. It doesn't look like I have. Things appear to be happening. Are the hopper minecarts filling up with sugarcane? They are. And is it all going in the chest? It is. Oh, this is very good news. I can't believe it. That took absolutely no time to build at all. So yeah, like I said, if you want a tutorial on this farm and you want to learn how to use it yourself, then make sure to drop a comment below and like this video and I will absolutely do that. Sugarcane tick, and if you think about it, that is also emeralds tick, because now what I can do is use this sugarcane in its epic amounts of quantity and turn round, find myself a crafting table, which I just happen to have one here. Let's just plonk that down there for now. Turn it all into paper and then go and trade with my chaps and get lots and lots of emeralds. Oh, this is going to be brilliant. I can't wait. I'm going to be rich. And after a few more minutes, apparently my pickaxe and my axe are completely dead, but it's not. It's a resource pack glitch because I have RTX enabled. And you can see here that I have decorated a little bit to make it fit in with our theme, which I kind of like. It kind of fits in there. The glass is a little bit standout-ish. We could probably replace that with something else. It doesn't need to be glass, but I like the fact that, well, when you don't have RTX turned on, you can see inside through the glass and make sure this thing's actually working, which it is perfectly. And as a result, we have nearly a double chest of sugarcane, which means I'm going to be very emerald rich very soon. However, as you may be able to hear, I have just found a problem with it, and that is observers. I logged out to turn my RTX pack off, logged back in again, and the observers didn't notice when the sugarcanes grew, which means I've now got to smash my way in and break one of them, but that should activate both. There we go. So it's not ideal, but that's not my farm's fault. That's stupid observers on Bedrock Edition fault. Oh, jeez. Anyway, while that's running, I'm going to start trading with these villagers and get mint. Oh, dear. Where's that redstone come from? That's concerning. How did redstone... Oh, my goodness. Where does that come from? Well, I can't see anywhere it's come from, so it's apparently just magically appeared, which, I mean, you know, I'm up for magic redstone. That's all good for me. I don't mind a bit of magic redstone. That's a bit weird. Jeez. Okay, a little bit of time has moved on since my last clip, and since then I have done a live stream, which was actually done on my YouTube account, so you can see that on my YouTube channel now if you want to watch it. We went off on a bit of an adventure looking for deserts and mesas to find sand and terracotta to fill up my ender chest, and then we went out looking for dark oak, which we gathered a whole bunch of. I also found an ocean monument and raided it and got, well, there was an Elder Guardian missing, which was a bit weird, so I only got 2 Elder Guardian heads and I couldn't find a sponge room, but I did claim that ocean monument as mine for later on. I got plenty of sand and most of it I've already shoved in the furnace to start smelting away into glass, but we've still got a few other things in there. But what is concerning me is we've completely run out of fuel hidden here, which is not good. Not good at all. So, looking in my jewel box, I have 17 pieces of coal. So I think the next thing I should do is go mining for coal. Hey, you zombie, put that bone down. It's not yours. And now all I need to do is find out whereabouts I'm going to find coal. And I already know the answer, but I thought I'd share it with you guys. But you might already be able to tell where I might find coal at this particular Y level. Going back to our handy image, we can see that the most coal is at the point of this triangle here, which is at Y96. Well, Y95 and 96 it looks like. So that's where we're going to be heading. However, as you can see, we're not going to have to head very far because we're already on Y96. And let's just smash everything to bits and hopefully find lots and lots of coal. Okay, so you might be able to see I have dug out a rather large area, and you also might be able to see that I've left all of the ores that I've uncovered whilst digging out this area, so you can see just how regularly you might find coal and iron and even copper at this particular level. Now, I've got a bunch of stone in my pockets. I've already put loads and loads of stone in my storage system. What I want to do now is empty my inventory, go dig all of that ore and see exactly how much of it I get. I am going to need more storage space. I have filled up random chests full of stuff that shouldn't have stuff in them. It's not very good, but it's fine. Let's go and dig up all of those ores. And there we go. After not too long, this entire room is completely devoid of ores, and in my inventory, I have 12.5 stacks of coal, 2 and a bit stacks of iron, and a couple of stacks of copper. Not bad. And crafting all of those coals together to make coal blocks, which are more efficient at smelting, I get 2.5 stacks of coal blocks, which is not bad either. Which means I can reignite my furnace of many power. And now we can start smelting all of that tasty stuff that's in there again. Yay! So that's great and all, getting all of those ores, but that was quite a large room that we had to dig out to get, well, not even a couple of stacks of coal blocks. I wonder if there's somewhere where I could get even more coal than that from. And the place we're going is not the ocean monument that I claimed on a live stream. It is, in fact, beyond that and beyond this mountainy, hilly thing. The place we need to be, of course, is the Mesa, which you should be able to see coming up in the distance now, which takes an incredibly long time to get to when you're going by boat. And not all that long to get to flying, but of course we've got no rockets. And goodbye, boat. Yep. See you later. Good job I brought 2. Jeez. So to recap, last season we discovered that mining in the Mesa gave us a ridiculous amount more ores. Not just gold, but coal, iron, and everything as well, which was absolutely amazing. But is that still going to be the case in 1.18? Now that we've got all of these different variations of caves and cliffs and ore generation, is the Mesa still going to provide us with more stuff? And that is exactly what I'm here to find out. Now, I would like to get up to Y95 in order to do a fair test against what we just did, so I need a Mesa that's high, a big, tall, mountainy Mesa, and there are some coming up in the distance, so I think I'm going to head over to one of those, go mining for a bit on the inside and see if I actually get any coal or not, if I just end up with loads of terracotta. Now, sadly, what I didn't do is bring a beacon with me. So, you know, it's going to be unlikely that we get a big room cleared out like we did in the last one, but hopefully after an hour or so, I should have a whole inventory full of coal. Although, not feeling like I'm getting much coal in this Mesa Mountain because the terracotta goes down an awfully long way. This could be tricky. Oh, there's gold, though, in them there hills. A little bit more gold. A little bit of gravel next to this iron. And a little bit of coal just here. Creeper, please give me gunpowder. Please don't explode. Please don't explode. Just give me gunpowder, please. Thank you very much. Right, peeps. I was in a cave and I collected quite a bit of stuff from that cave, and I'm not using fortune at the moment. I'm using silk touch to make the most of my inventory space because I'm away from home, and I ran out of cave. Basically, I didn't do any strip mining. That's all just from that little bit of cave that I found. If it wasn't for the spiders and the things that go bang, this would be a really impressive situation to be. Look at this place. It's ridiculous. And whilst this giant cave is pretty epic, it does sadly go down to Y0, which is the most useless place to find coal. Now, it might be slightly different in the Mesa, but I doubt it very much. But it shows here that coal no longer generates under Y0. So there is the odd chance you get some deep slate coal if you manage to get some coal in these bits of deep slate that just go above Y0, but it's very rare. We really want to be higher up the better. However, obviously, if we go too high up, we're going to be in terracotta, so we need to be somewhere in the middle and not all the way down here. What would be really good to find would be a Mesa mine shaft, which are also relatively common, or at least they used to be. If we can find one of those, we're going to have plenty of service. Oh, there we go. I found one. What a lovely mine shaft you are, but unfortunately, you're completely useless. Oh, jeez. Well, that was pretty pointless. It was all above ground or dead ends. So, plus bruh, mine shaft that's a little bit more underground. Or just a giant cave will do. That's not a giant cave. It could be. Could be on the inside. It is. Well, not giant. It's a cave. I've been down this mine for so long. I feel myself turning into some kind of ogre. Oh no, I haven't turned it. Oh no, I'm just kidding, guys. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a zombie villager head. I got it from killing a zombie villager. Jeez. Calm down. It's not real. Just wow, you guys take everything so seriously. Just need to chill out, guys. Jeez. Loads of laughing. Oh my goodness me, the wandering trader is here of all the places to be, sir. I appear to have stumbled across a spawner on my journey. We've got a spider spawner here with coal and gunpowder. That's what we really wanted. I stand at the entrance of yet another humongous cave. And I forget my words because I see potential gunpowders just waiting to explode as I hit them wrong. No explode. No, why? And there we go. I am absolutely done with mining in the Mesa. You can see my pickaxes are not looking ever so bad, to be honest with you. But if we look at my inventory, I've got a whole bunch of coal, gold, copper, and iron. And you can see in terms of quantity, there was just a whole bunch more coal at the level I was mining at than there was everything else. I wasn't singling out coal because I need it. I mined every single ore I could, and that's what I ended up with. I was also after gunpowder, and with the chests that I raided and a few creepers along the way, I've managed to get 27 pieces, which means with a little bit of jiggery pokery, I could make a whole bunch of rockets and actually fly home. And here we go, in no time at all and hardly any rockets used, I am home. And now I've got a really, really big job on my hands. Because of course I need to fortune all of these ores, which means I'm going to be piling up for at least a month. At 245 blocks in the air, I am now the tallest thing on Truly Bedrock. The tallest mountain peak that I've found is that one over there, which is at 244 blocks. And I'm higher than that, but we've still got plenty of ores to go. So let's keep going. Let's see if we can hit world height. And here I am at 319. I should be able to place one more block and then that should be it. There we go. We have hit the world height limit. And if we look over here, we can see what's going on. There's already some bridges and things being built over there from our spawn town village. Our little base entrance is just down there. We've got the mountain range here. We've got the ocean there. Jessie B's base, my base, Mr. Beardstone's base, Loy's base, Liara's base is underground down there. Slack's over in the distance over that way. Spawn, DB's on that mountain and also in an ocean monument. Silence just over there. I can see everything. Right, let's keep going up. I'm still going. Jeez, I can't believe how high I've gone. This is ridiculous. Oh, hello, Geraldine. I'm nearly there. Nearly used all my ores, Geraldine. I can't believe I've reached the moon. Jeez. Okay, so I've made it sort of about halfway down my stack-ish, but it's taken me a long time as I don't have haste 2 at this point, and I'm slightly concerned that some of the items that have fallen off the edge are maybe getting to the point where they're going to be despawning, because I don't know how long I've been digging this. I don't think it's 5 minutes, but it might not be far off that. So I think what I'm going to do is fly down, grab the bits that have fallen to the floor so that they definitely don't despawn, fly back up there after having a sleep, and then carrying on. Well, that took forever. I am a big advocate for mining with fortune only now. That was horrendous. It took absolutely all of my life, but because of it, we now have many coal, we have many gold, we have a little bit of iron, and we have a lot more copper, which is nice. However, this many coal only actually turns into 2.5 stacks of coal blocks, which is not all that many. However, having said that, that still will burn for a very long time. And that means I now have so much stuff inside of my furnace chest, I can't actually fit all of the copper in, which is good news because we've got a whole bunch of copper in the bottom here as well, and iron to add to my iron box. It's been a good day. So nice, in fact, that I now have over a stack of iron blocks to the point where I'm having to put iron blocks inside of my copper box. So yeah, really nice. Got a little bit more lapis there for my enchantment setup. And a tiny little bit of coal left to make some reserve torches. So back to our book and seeing where we got up to. We can't tick anything else off this episode, but I feel like we have achieved an awful lot. So I'm very happy with the progress we've made today, and I hope you are too. So hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.